I just want to say a huge thank you for coming to CES this year. We have a lot of exciting news for you. And all right. At CES every year, we have an opportunity to extend our leadership in driving the high end of VR and what that means, both across hardware and software and enterprise and consumer. Last year, well, actually, each year, when we do come together, it's an opportunity for us also to talk about that VR landscape and what's to come from us. And last year, we introduced the first product built for professionals and enterprise. And we're going to start there again this year because demands from industries that have been using products for the last couple of years of today's VR are really ready for the next refinement and definition of the new versions of VR and the next generations of hardware. So last year with Vive Pro, it was entered the market extremely well. It was well received by enterprise customers and professionals, and we were really proud of bringing that product to market. And what we learned from that launch was that a lot of our professional customers were getting just a taste of what they could do in VR, all right? And they wanted to refine their work. They wanted so much more. They wanted to make it easier to work within VR and work with those workflows. They wanted to design better. They wanted to make critical decisions and collaborate in VR. And they also wanted to make better training simulations. So with that, we are introducing a new member of the product family, of the Pro family, the Vive Pro Eye. Okay, so with this product, we are really excited about what we can do for new customers and the enterprise customers by integrating eye tracking natively into the hardware. Now, what that means for businesses is they're going to be able to build even better training programs. They're going to improve how the computing resources that are used to power that headset can be used. And we're going to implement new technology paradigms all together through eye tracking. Now, we have a lot of partners here in the room that are going to give great examples of how eye tracking can be used in your daily lives and for enterprises and professionals. We've been working closely with some companies like Zero Light. Now, Zero Light has built an incredible application for BMW so that their designers can actually push customers through the experience and understand what is important about it, where did they spend their time looking at their products, and how should they customize their products in the future. We have a great little video for you to get more familiar with this.
We have an Android tool where we can experience and also introduce the all-new BMW M5.
Thank you. So there's a lot of practical benefits to eye tracking. And we just saw a great example with Zero Light of actually doing product design and actually user research. Now, you can also do things like the introduction of accessibility, where you'll have more natural interactions with menus. And we have a little bit more to talk about that in a couple of slides. But you can also have increased VR interactions and better usage of your computing resources. Now, with the introduction of eye tracking, you now have the ability to use foveated rendering. Now, foveated rendering will give you increased quality of the content in the image directly where your eye is actually looking. No longer worrying about peripheral areas where your eye is not spending their time. And with technology like this, we'll be able to use VRS from NVIDIA's new RTX cards to pair with our eye tracking hardware and technology to accelerate foveated rendering to advance the state of art for VR in 2019. So we also have some other partners in the room. We have Major League Baseball, who's been an incredible partner through 2018, where we had an experience running called Home Run Derby. And this was debuted at the All-Star Game this past year, and it was also used at the Little League World Series, where it's a great fan engagement experience. But you needed other components to make it work, like controllers and other things. Now in 2019, Major League Baseball will be introducing their Home Run Derby throughout their league and throughout their stadiums with this experience, with eye tracking built in, and now users no longer need controllers or trackers. They simply need their baseball bat and to be able to navigate into their menu and into their experience with their eyes. And I actually think this is an incredible first start for accessibility in VR headsets, and where that's going to go in the future is just incredible. We also have some other great examples in the room that, for those of you that are at CES this week, will be able to try. We have an example with Lockheed Martin with a flight trainer, where a trainer would actually be able to look at and see what a student did and give them corrections and see where their eyes were tracking inside of that experience, and give them better coaching and guidance to have better performance with their pilots. We also have Vive Studio, which is a workflow collaboration tool where you'll be able to use eye tracking, and an experience that I absolutely love called Ovation. Ovation is a keynote preparation application where I was able last week to actually put a room full of people together and practice this speech last week. I hope I'm getting better grades this week, but it's an incredible preparation speech solution and experience, and you can also do litigation, you can do lectures. It's a great way to prepare for these types of environments. So VR means a lot more than just hardware. And when we looked at the VR market and how it's evolved, we saw a gap between how consumers spent time in VR versus how they spent time in their other computing environments. And to talk about this approach, I'm going to transition to Rickard Steiber, president of Viveport.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Thank you all for coming. It's really great to be here at CES and see you all. We really appreciate it. So we have some very exciting announcements for you today. But before we get into those, let me just give you a quick update on some of the progress we made on Viveport. So Viveport, the way I want you to think about Viveport is this magical place where you go to find great VR content and experiences. It is like your airport into the virtual reality multiverse, where you can travel anywhere you like. You can go into the cosmos and maybe visit Mars before Elon Musk. You can go where no one else has gone before. Everything is possible. I could take my kids back to Jurassic World and teach them about dinosaurs. And I think what we have learned this past year is that bringing together all these experiences, from great games to apps to videos, in a very curated fashion, has enabled us to have very, very strong growth since last CES. Since last CES, we actually have 3 times as many paying customers, 3 times sales, but most importantly, we have 3 times as much content than before. And a key driver to this is that since last CES, we added 1,000 games. And as you can imagine, as a consumer, you can't really buy all these titles. And also as a consumer, it is really hard to know which content you're going to like before you buy it. So therefore, we listened to our consumers and we launched something called Viveport Subscription. It's a great way for you to explore much more content. And the way it works is that you pick 5 apps, and then on a monthly cadence, You can essentially swap them out or keep them as you like. It's a free trial and a low monthly fee. So let me give you an example. So here are some of the more popular titles, where if you pick 5 of these apps, and if you were to buy them, it will cost you over $100. But now you don't have to pay $100, you just pay a low monthly fee. The service works both for Vive as well as for Oculus Rift, so we're platform agnostic. And this brings me, I'm super excited about, this brings me to the first big announcement. We're announcing Viveport Infinity. What Viveport Infinity is the only and the world's first infinite VR subscription service. So the way it works is very similar to your, think of it as your Netflix in VR, or what Spotify is for music. You would not have access to only 5 apps, but you will have access to over 500 apps. There will be the top games, it will be best things from indies, it will be education, learning, in addition to great games. It is the best value in VR that just got better. So think of it, buying top 50 apps, it will cost you $1,000. And now you can get this for a low monthly fee. If you think about buying 500 apps, the value of this is enormous. So we're hoping that this will be great for consumers, developers alike. We also want you to access content and the service across your devices. So today, on Viveport subscription, you can access this through both Vive as well as Oculus Rift. With the introduction of Viveport Infinity, we're also bringing this to the Vive Focus, as well as all of our Wave VR partners. So think about partners like Pico, HTC, Shadow, etc. So all the standalone mobile VR headsets will also have Viveport Infinity. Viveport Infinity is launching on April 5th, which is a very special day for us. It's the Vive birthday. So over to the second announcement. The second announcement is intended to bring even more great VR experience for consumers. So we're very happy and proud to announce a partnership with Mozilla. We're bringing Firefox Reality to Viveport and the Vive. It's going to be a native VR browsing experience. It's going to be great for watching not just normal web pages, but VR web pages as well. And as part of this announcement, we're also announcing working very closely with our friends at Amazon and the Amazon Sumerian team to bring great VR experience into the market. So Amazon Sumerian has some really great tools for web developers around the world to create VR web experiences without necessarily having all the detailed expertise or access to all the programming languages. You can actually create very great and compelling experiences like you can see here. So all the brands, all the different consumer things that you look on the normal web, we believe is going to move into the 3D web as well. So we think that there will be a lot of these sites coming up, but to showcase here at CES, we have Fidelity Investments. So we will showcase how you can essentially immerse yourself with your personal finance investment through new visualization tools. And this is, of course, one of many things that we are doing on the web today that we will be doing in the VR. Can you imagine doing your shopping or your favorite brands or furniture or whatever you want? All these things will become very easily available through your browser. But also Sumerian enables you to very quickly publish your app to the Viveport store. There's not only going to be this application. Dan talked about some other application showcasing here. But, of course, we believe that VR and sports is a match made in heaven, both for interactive, for cinematic, and you're going to try MLB here, which is going to be great. But let's not forget great gaming. Gaming is going to be the main thing for VR also this year, and we're showcasing some great experiences like Population 1, which is for the first time bringing Battle Royale and esports experiences into the virtual reality environment. It's truly amazing. Please check it out. But, as you know, video-centric experiences is really popular. And we are bringing a whole new section into Viveport where you will have both 2D and 360 experiences. And here today we partner with Red Bull, who's a great producer of some exciting content, and you'll try north of Nightfall here in the venue today. So in summary, the main things is one, very strong growth, 3x growth, the world's first infinite subscription service, the Netflix VR, great web VR content through Mozilla and Amazon and a lot of their web developer partners. And then, of course, let's make sure that you try all the demos, talk to our team, because there's going to be an awesome year. So with that, thank you very much. And yeah. So we talked about hardware and we talked about content. However, we want to make sure that you have a truly great experience where we bring hardware, content, and software together in one user experience. So to talk about how we bring this together and the future of Vive Virtual Reality, let me bring up Drew Bamford, who is the VP of Creative Labs. Drew.
Okay, so you heard from both Dan and Rickard today about a lot of the near-term initiatives around both hardware and services that we have to bring amazing new experiences to Vive customers. But if we want to bring VR to a mass audience, we believe that it will require more than great hardware and killer apps. We think that to accomplish this, we will need to create a convergence of the hardware, software, and services that we're offering in a seamless way to deliver what we call Vive Reality. So VR is becoming an essential part of life for both consumers and developers. And Vive is not only part of making this wave happen for the industry, but we are leading the way with the best content and the best technology. We're continuing to provide the most premium products on the market, and we're pushing the boundaries of what's possible with VR hardware. But we've also been busy imagining how to improve the experience around discovering content and transporting our customers from immersive world to immersive world. And our goal is to make using VR feel less like launching apps and more like stepping between worlds. So we're proud to introduce today what we're calling Vive Reality. These are the digital experiences that will deliver our Vive Reality vision as part of Vive Reality's system. With Vive Reality system, we set out to reimagine Vive's core software experiences for a new age of spatial computing. Just as the desktop made the power of the PC accessible to consumers, and the smartphone home screen brought the internet to your fingertips, our goal with Vive Reality system is to bring the power of spatial computing to a broad consumer audience. The tools and environments that make up Vive Reality system are what will provide this access to spatial computing in a way that's intuitive and easy to use. So Vive Reality system is not just a product experience for HTC. It's the thing that will glue together our initiatives across hardware, software, and services and provide a seamless experience. We started this process by looking at how our customers use their VR headsets today. And what we found was that current VR experiences borrow a lot from legacy computing systems. For example, a focus on launching 2D apps from 2D surfaces and launching VR experiences from 2D experiences. So we felt we should start by understanding the core needs of our users. And what we discovered was that they're interested primarily in having a frictionless experience that's lightweight, an approachable experience, but that's also aspirational, and a seamless and portable experience that can run across all of their products. So today, we've already talked a little bit in Rickard's presentation about one of the core components of Vive Reality system, and that's the browser. And in the United States today, consumers are spending 17.6 hours of their time at home every week browsing the internet. So what we will do with our a strong partnership with Mozilla is to bring that amazing horde of web content to our VR customers. That's the first leg of the stool for Vive Reality System. But what I'd like to talk to you about today are the next two elements of the Vive Reality System that we're introducing in this video. So every journey into immersive worlds needs a starting point, and your journey into Vive Reality will always start at the origin. In the origin, we've taken what we've learned from our past environments like Driftwood and created a beautiful space for discovery and social activities with your friends. In speaking with users, what we found was their most important criteria was an easy way to discover new content in VR and engage in simple, interactive activities with their friends. So our first version of the origin includes things like a living art gallery that will pull in fresh artifacts each time you enter VR to ensure that every journey into Vive Reality starts with discovery. We've also incorporated simple tools, props, and games like a marker and a record player to encourage creativity and free-form social interactions. Origin reconsiders our sense of place in VR as not simply a personal home space, but an ever-expanding world designed for collaborative storytelling and discovery. And you're transported to other worlds through what we're calling your lens. Lens is a portal that allows you to navigate between immersive worlds. You can summon the lens at any time, in any place, to reveal information, tools, and entire other worlds so that you can set a course from your current place to a new destination. And with the launch of Viveport Infinity, the lens becomes even more important. As Rickard mentioned, we now have a service that offers you hundreds of new experiences, games, applications, and videos, and they're all accessible at any time via the lens. So we'll continue to build out the functionality of the lens over the coming months. But you might be asking yourself, with this vision of unifying our software, our hardware, our services into a seamless user experience, where is all of this leading? We need something to run this new system, Vive Reality System. So it's my great pleasure today to introduce to you the very first headset that will run Vive Reality System, Vive Cosmos.
Okay, so that was really a first look at this new product. And every year at CES, we have an opportunity to showcase where the VR market is going, especially the consumer market. And in building this product, we looked at what did VR intenders say about VR today. And quite honestly, they just said it was too difficult to use. it was difficult to set up, and they couldn't take it with them. And over 85% of current VR intenders believe ease of setup is a critical piece of their decision making about what hardware they're going to purchase. So we want to address that with the Vive Cosmos, offering a headset that is quick and easy to set up and can be taken on the go in new play environments. So the Cosmos is the newest VR headset in our family of headsets, built with absolute comfort in mind, redesigning the head strap, lighter materials, and ease of setup. And we really wanted this to be something that you could access your virtual world whenever your life may call for it. This product also requires no external tracking technologies. And Cosmos maximizes flexibility of your usage of space at home and on the go. Now, this, like Drew said, this is the first Vive Reality system headset. And it also incorporates a simple flip-up design so you can move between your real world and your virtual world very easily. Now, also with this product, it's really important we continue to drive and expand the audience for VR. And that means with Cosmos, of course, this product can be powered by a gaming PC or your desktop PC, but we're aiming higher for a headset that can be powered by more than just your desktop PC. There's much more hidden under the hood when it comes to the Vive Cosmos. And we'll have more to discuss about this product in the coming months about the product's extendability to future form factors and functions. And our promise is to continue to always improve the hardware. Cosmos' capabilities is going to be able to grow over time, meeting the demands of future VR users as well as the users of today. And we'll have more to share on this product in the coming months. So with that, I want to thank you all for coming with us on this journey to redefine VR. And if I can leave you with one thing, is that we will continue to make the world's best VR hardware, but we're taking the task on that we will also account for the content, the services, the software, and the underlying technology to make all of those things work together to continue to drive the industry forward. Thank you and have a great CES.